is one of the most important and popular English bands of the 20th century, calling themselves as the world's greatest rock and roll band. This band is composed by 4 members. Mick Jagger. He was born in 1943. He started to study in London School of Economics and is the singer of the Rolling Stones. In the 1980s, he started working in his career as a soloist. Keith Richards. He was born in 1943 in a family of musicians. Ian Stewart. He was the piano player and was born in 1938. He died in 1985. Brian Jones was born in 1942 and is the founder of the band. He used to play the guitar. He left the band in 1969 and in the same year he drowned on the pool of his house. Richard Clifford, known as Dick Taylor. He was born in 1943. He was not an initial member of the Rolling Stones. He joined the band years later. All started in 1960s when Mick Jagger and Keith Richards began to share their musical passion and tastes, like the rhythm and blues. Later, Jack Taylor joined them and they decided to form a garage band named Little Boy Blue and Blue Boys. In 1962, they met Brian Jones and Dick Taylor and formed a new band together with the name of the Rolling Stones. This name was inspired in the golden oldie The Rolling Stones Blues by Muddy Waters. Initially, the Rolling Stones only made covers of popular songs. They started to compose their own songs later. The first gig of the band was on July the 12th of 1962 at the Marquee Club in this 165 Oxford Street, London. Come On, their first single, rise to the position number 21 on the UK single charts, and they launched their first album with the name The Rolling Stones. The band's second UK LP, The Rolling Stones number 2, and on January 1965, charted at number 1 as an album in the US version, released in February as the reached number 5. On January-February of 1965, the band played 34 shows for about 1,000 people in Australia and New Zealand. The members, Jagger and Richards, and their friend Robert Fraser, were subsequently charged with drug first international number 1 hit. This was the song I Can Get No Satisfaction, recorded on May of 1965. It spent 4 weeks on the top of the Billboard Hot 100, established the Rolling Stone as the worldwide premier act. In 1967, Satanic Majestic Request, Beggar's Banquet was released on December of 1967. This album was the third. The iconic and representative logo of this band was designed by John Parsh and introduced in 1971. In 1982, with CBS Records for a reported 50 million, then the biggest record ever deal in history. Jagger refused to tour to promote the album and instead undertook his own solo tour, which included Rolling Stones songs. In 1988, Richards released his first album solo, 40 Years as a Band. In 2002, the band released 40 Licks, the album.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome the Rolling